Okay, this little video, I thought this might be interesting for someone. This is a outside security light. I put this one up a couple of years ago now, and I have problems with these lights failing constantly. So this particular one I put up, say, 2 years ago. The one before that lasted about a week. The one before that lasted about 2 months, and that kind of thing. Now this one's lasted, I think it's been dodgy for about 3 months now. So what happens is they just stay on, basically. So it's on quite an exposed wall, so it's actually open to full sun, and it gets full sun all day. It's not underneath an eave or anything like that, so they tend to fail. The ones that are underneath eaves, out of the weather and out the sun, they do okay. They just keep going. They're alright. But I've had units fail. Well, actually, I've had one fail within a week. A couple of days of putting the thing up, it failed because it wasn't waterproof. It rained and it was no good after that. Anyway, so this looks to be glued shut. You can see it's got silicone around the edge there. Right, that isn't something I did. That's something that was on it when I bought it. Okay, so let's have a look. What can I find out? Well, there's some gunk on the sensor. Basically, it does kind of work, but it sort of cycles and just stays on. It's like it's constantly re-triggering. So I want to actually pull this thing apart and have a good look at it and see if I can see why. Now, it's got this little thing there for the trimmer. If I can pop that out, it'd be good. It doesn't want to come out. The other one's come out. It's rusty. So it's had water getting in there. Okay. So, well, it might be condensation maybe, but you saw that as well. It's got the silicone seal around the front edge there. So that shouldn't have been happening, but obviously it has been happening. So that's probably all it is some corrosion causing problems. So if I can get this bloody adjustment out, I think I'll be all good. Doesn't want to come out, but it's all rusty. Come on, pop out, you bastard. Now if it breaks, it breaks. It's already corroded. There we go. Right. You can see the rust and corrosion in there. Look at that. So that's come from here. So it's obviously had some water get in there. Yeah, so I'm hoping that if I can just give that a clean up, I can put it back together and it'll be alright. Because it does cycle, it does detect, but sometimes it will just turn on by itself, on. So yeah, it's just the way it is. But yeah, maybe all this isn't waterproof enough. I might just come through the back here and then sat in the bottom, sat in water. Maybe it's only just that little bit there, so maybe it probably has run down from somewhere or dripped in from somewhere like that. I'll have to look at that, but yeah, obviously that's what's wrong with it. This is a bit munted. It's got square holes. I haven't got any Stanos or square holes. I don't know what value that is. I doubt I'd be able to measure it either. And it doesn't say on the board what value it is, which is a shame. So I'll take that out, replace that cap. Pinger caps. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just do the minimum and see if it restores function. So let's get my soldering iron going. Well, my desoldering iron. See what trimmers I've got, which I can put back in there. I'll probably just have to preset it and just go for the best than that. What's that one? That's the time adjustment. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that, but see if I can get a reading off that. So we'll find out what resistance is set to. I doubt I'll be able to. It's based on the corrosion, it's pretty stuffed. Okay, so it's just a two-way. Come on. No, it's only 1.4 meg. That's not right, is it? Yeah, that's stuffed. Yeah, it's charging up a capacitor, so it's still really about 80k though. So, but yeah, this side's definitely stuffed. So we'll take that out and replace that with something else. I might just put a fixed resistor in there. I'll figure out what value it is and see roughly. I can see a 2 on there, so let's just see if I can clean it up a bit. Which is underneath this folded over piece, which makes the inner section. I can see a 2. So we'll see when I get it apart if I can determine what it is. Right. Come on, desolder. Okay. It might be 2K, or it might be 2 meg. Actually, it might be an M. Let's have a look. So I can just get the solder bit out of the way. Okay, 2 meg. Right, at least I know what value it is. And that's turned down roughly halfway. So that's less than 1 meg I'm using. So I could just change out the fixed resistor, say 800k, you know, maybe 600k, just being it's on for slightly longer. Yeah, so what? But I'll see if I've got a value first. Let's see if I've got one. Let's see. Preset pots. I'm not sure I've got anything that big. There's my various bin. Let's see if I've got anything in here. $10k, yeah, it's a bit different. $20k. I don't think I've got anything that larger value. I don't even remember where I picked up all these things from. Most of these are just ancient. 5k. It's like, oh yes, this is going to take forever to find anything in here, and not likely to happen either. What's that? 204. No. Okay, so I don't seem to have anything even remotely close. 204 again. 254. No. So nothing close. So I will just chuck a fixed value resistor in there and that'll do that then. Good enough. So let's get a 820k. I think that's a very good bet. I'll show one slightly longer. Actually, yeah, let's go slightly long. Let's go 1 meg. Yeah, do 1 meg. I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out, you see, so I'm only guessing roughly what the value is from where it's turned, but it might not be a linear pot, it might be a logarithmic. And who knows which direction it's going in, so I'll just chuck a 1 meg in. I mean, at worst case, it's going to be on for 7 minutes or something, you know. I'm wondering actually, it might be on too long. I'm trying to remember what the specs were for this. I think it may have been up to half an hour. No, we'll go to a lower value. Yeah, we'll go lower value. Kind of safe side. I don't want to mess around with this thing over and over again. So, yeah. I shall do. And 820k. Alright, let's get the other iron going. So I shall just chuck that through there. Like that, and that'll be absolutely fine. It'll do the job. You know, it's not as good as replacing it and doing it properly, but yeah, well. It may not even work. It may not fix the problem. You know, it might completely fix it. I mean, I can't see anything else on here obvious apart from the fact that it's rusted. So I'll replace this capacitor here as well, what the hell that is. Pull this off now, wait for my iron to warm up. UF. Putting an Ichicon cap seems a bit of an overkill, doesn't it? Anyway, never mind. I'm pretty sure it's got high voltage ratings on it. I don't think I'd get anything less than 25 volts anyway. Yeah, it is 25 volt. Right. Okay. Actually, this is probably going to need some flux on it. Really got to tidy my bench up. It's getting a bit messy. Too many projects half done sitting around. Nice, needs clean. Get the cat hair out of the way. Oh dear. So this may or may not fix it. I won't know until tonight, basically. I'll put it back up as it is and see what happens. But yeah, I'm kind of tired of these things failing over and over again. This one's lasted quite well. Certainly been one of the better ones. I think because it's got that silicone sealing around it, it's done a better job, but obviously not quite good enough. It looks like it's run down this cable here. Yeah, being in that sort of proximity like that, it's probably run down the cable. So it's probably coming through the top here. So I might need to see if I can seal that up so nothing can get in there. And then hopefully that'll be good enough. Yeah, mind you, this is not looking great either. So that foam is deteriorating. Oh yeah, it's breaking up now. That's falling apart. So that foam's had it. So I'm probably going to have to glue the thing back on anyway. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Interesting position if a resistor which isn't in place. But apart from that, it looks okay. You know, it's not. There's a bit of crap on that sensor, so I might just give that a clean. Can't help, can it? Well, can't harm it, rather. It could help. Still some crap on that sensor. Who knows? Might be a combination of factors. But I might check all the capacitors too before I put it back together, and just to be sure that they're all okay. But there's no signs of any other corrosion on there apart from that one trimmer. So I have to see if that's the issue or not. But if this still doesn't work, then I'll probably just bin it and just get another one. I mean, although this one was a bit more expensive, this was about $60, I think. The $30 ones or whatever, they just don't last. They last a week and they're stuffed. You know, that's nah. So I found the best one I had lasted about 6 years, six or 8 years, and the Fresnel lens actually deteriorated. UV broke it down, it cracked and fell apart, and that's what made that one die, was the lens failing. Electronically, it's still fine. It actually still worked even though the lens was broken. Yeah, it's actually quite a good one, but unfortunately you can't get that anymore. I guess they worked too well when they went out of business because I didn't sell enough of them, which is why the cheap ones keep on going. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's all looking okay. That's got a little bit of corrosion in that one, but it's just the lux setting. It's not going to work. Give it a turn just to clean it a little bit. This one might work better, actually. There you go. Just to clean it, connection up slightly, just to help it. Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems kind of okay. It's got a capacitor tester here, and just check the caps. Make sure they look okay. What do I want? Just want caps. Series ESR. Yeah. This one I just put in, so it should be absolutely fine. Yeah. Obviously, because being in circuit, you might see a bit of variance in what you actually get. Sure, 96 ohms. That's looking interesting. That's awfully high. That might be stuffed as well. Yeah, so which one was that? Is that one there? Make sure I measure in the right place. Measure it again. Yeah, that one looks like it's stuffed. It's showing 480. Yeah, 480 UF. It's just not right. Let's take that one off. Could be a circuit around it affecting it, but it may not be. Try again. $15 ohms, 448 NF, sorry, not UF. Yes, might be okay. 15 ohms might be right. Let's get a brand new one, compare. Give us a rough ballpark anyway. 16 ohms, yes, that's right. I'll put it back in. I'm going to put good parts in this thing, really. It's not really worth it. If I want this, I'm sure it's wrong. Okay. Solder that back in. It's a little bit awkward, but oh. Okay. Just a couple of capacitors on this power supply board. See if I can get to them. I know you won't be able to see that, my hand's in the way, that's okay. Just here too. Yeah, seems about right. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it back together as it is. I mean, I found something wrong. I think I'll just reassemble it and waterproof it and put it back up and see if it works. And time will tell, won't it? Okay. Now, that needs to be slotted into here. The cable went underneath before, didn't it? Might went underneath again, actually. Like that. There's a bit of corrosion just there too, I didn't notice that before. So look at this. Oh yeah, look, that was just fell off. Right, that's helpful. Okay, like I noticed that. What's that capacitor looking like? That's okay, I think. But that was just that it just fell off. So let's see if I can find out what that was before I put it back together. A bit premature there. Come on. Trying to get a good reading across a little bit of broken off leg. Okay, 100k. I think that's what I said. Oh, do it again. Yeah, 100k. Right. So I'll pull that out, replace that as well. Go and get one. Right. Hopefully it's all in shot. I haven't checked. Anyway. If I can get here. How do I? Right. So now I've found two faults, which is always a good thing. I'm suspicious about this capacitor here, if that's corroded as well. It looks okay, can't see corrosion there. I think it's alright, so I'm just going to put it back together. Is that incorrect or not? Doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel like it's sitting in there correctly. It's rocking on that cable. Anyway, let's see if it goes back together. Looks like it is. Spider coming out. What the hell was that? Hey, little one. But I don't like spiders. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Come on, get back in. Doesn't want to seal properly. I think it's that wire. It's alright. I was going to silicon around the bloody thing anyway. Right. But all this foam around the top is all perished, so it's not going to be sealed properly. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Right. I'll go and put it back in place and see if anything has changed. Have a good one. Do you know what you think?